What's up, guys? 5 a.m. headed out. It has turned to rain. We got about, I would say, 5 inches, 5-6 inches before it changed to rain. So it's starting to kind of flatten the 5 or 6 inches down now to it's probably 4 inches. Probably losing about an inch every hour or two with this little bit of a rain that's coming down now. So, all right, I'm going to put this camera down and get a couple of accounts under my belt, make sure everything's working good, and I'll see if I can't set the camera up and get you some footage maybe when it starts to get light out. I just finished the first one. Just a little small condo unit that we do. You can see pretty clean sweep. Not bad. This one takes about 5 minutes and we're out. have my plow mount or any way to mount the plow yet. Camera in the truck here, so just holding it for the time being. So we get a little bit of in action here. This is a new one. Sorry, I gotta move the camera every time I shift here, but it's better than nothing at all. Hopefully it's coming out on camera. It's almost daylight. It's getting pretty close. This is just a, like I said, a new one. First time we plowed it, so I'm not going to get too crazy on the edges because I don't want to risk hitting any lawn, and they don't have any plow markers up, so if they want to put plow markers up or pay me to do it, I'll be happy to do it and be able to clear out within a couple of inches, but I think this is going to be fine for him, hopefully. Should be able to use the driveway. Alright, on to the next one. Alright, this next one is a very long driveway that goes uphill, around a corner, and it's got a section that has cobblestones that we always hit pretty hard. Slippery. Let's see if we can make it up first try. All right, here's where it turns. It goes that way. Section of cobblestone. You can actually see the bump in the snow right up. Hopefully you can see that in the camera. So get a little closer. See that bump right there. Just going to try to raise the plow up a little. Get by it. And there we go. This is some heavy snow. Boy, this is a challenge with only one hand holding the camera. Got to get the mount at the house. Some snow. Crazy how fast time goes by. Seems like I was just here a month ago, and it's been Pretty sure it's been 3 years. I actually think I hit this one once in the last 2 years. That one storm that we did have. But I've plowed this, oh, probably 30 or 40 times over the years. Alright, I'm going to put you down so I can use 2 hands. I got to get a little funky over there and see if I can get the way out. Maybe we'll fire the camera back up. Alright, and that's all I do in front of a garage door. I just back it up, get about a foot from the door, and no shoveling, only plowing. So we're gonna go ahead and plow our way out of here. And here's our area with the cobblestones. Looks like they might have got them smoothed out or no. Let's find out. A little rough. Plowed the road here yet, so when they come by, they're going to end up putting a big windrow at the bottom of this driveway. Luckily they can blast through it coming down the hill. Down in the woods right there. Alright, off to the next one. Alright, so update. It's pretty much all rain now. It is 7:30 a.m. Been at it for almost 2 hours now. Don't know how many I got done. Haven't counted them. At least a dozen. I think I got maybe 15 of them done. So still plugging away here and heading into a different area of town. Just maybe 3 miles from the last count that I did, and go ahead and get some footage of a couple of driveways there. As you can see, it's starting to get light out now. It's pretty bright. Actually, looking at the camera, it looks like it's coming out really good on camera, so be able to get some good footage. So let's go ahead and do some plowing, plow some slop before it disappears, because it's melting fast on the roads here. Real quick, I'm right at the ocean here. This is Surf Drive. See if I can't open this window and get you some good footage of that, those waves crashing in. Some stormy weather. Those waves look like they're coming right for us. from the road here. I'm in the association that I live in, homeowners association. Been here for 3 years. And, some good people in here, but there's a lot of, especially the people on the association board, there's a lot of people that are very bored, and all they have is time on their hands to mess with other people and enforce the homeowner association laws. Pretty pitiful, if you ask me. But it is what it is. So I got 3 accounts right here in a row. This isn't the easiest snow to back drag. It's so wet and heavy. Dribble. Driveway. The lady doesn't live here. She lives in the state, but farther away. This one has a cobblestone right there and a little pile of stone at the end of the driveway left over from a project that he was doing, so be careful of that. People will pay you just to, in this area at least, just to plow the driveway, even though that they're not going to use it, just so the houses look occupied. Because I guess that's one of the ways a thief would target a house. If you go by a couple days later after a snowstorm and you can tell that there's hasn't been plowed, shoveled, or walked through, then and you know that the house is vacant, just sneak in the back door and steal all your stuff. Ground underneath that you'll tear up a lawn really quick. It's nice when it's really frozen solid, because then it's like basically an ice layer that you don't have to worry about. If you do hit the lawn a little bit, it's pretty hard, but not the case with this storm. Hoping the majority of this does melt today with the rest of the rain and the temperatures getting up. It's supposed to get to 38, I believe. Just so we can be gone with this stuff and maybe be able to finish up the leaf cleanups that I have not finished yet. That would be nice. I mean, this is money from nowhere, which is kind of like, you know, it's not free money because you're earning it, but it's basically jobs from the sky, and the cleanups are still sitting there ready to be done, so that's money for the taking at a later time. So I'm not unhappy that this happened, but I guess in a perfect world all the storms would come right after all the cleanups are done, but I'm not trying to be picky. After the last couple of years, I'm happy that we got anything. Another great thing about having a couple of driveways across from each other is you can utilize each of the driveways for areas to turn around. So that's it, nothing fancy, quick and dirty. No shoveling, just plowing. This is how you can make good money. I said I average about, ends up being about 300 bucks an hour. I almost hit the lawn there. Well, I did hit the lawn, but I didn't dig into it. I went over it. There goes one of those markers whacking the side of my truck. But this is how you can do $300 an hour. Because these little jobs add up, and you can do a bunch of them like this. I'm not going to sit here and do them all and bore you to death, but pretty much similar to this. I've got little groups of them all within this neighborhood that are very similar to this. So I'm going to go ahead and shut the camera off and see if we can't get some more footage of something interesting. This one here is a stone driveway, and it's wet. You don't want to front plow or push plow. It's paved over here, but you don't want to push plow stone, especially when it's soaking wet like this, because it's just so soggy. The plow will just sink right in no matter how much you try to keep the blade up. And so you can see I'm able to still clear that Move the plow so you can see a little bit. I'm still able to clear the majority of the snow off just by backblading, and that gets it clean enough. If I was to try to push this, you're not going to get the plow exactly above the gravel. You'll end up digging in, no doubt, making more of a mess than it's worth. So typically wouldn't even really plow this little of snow on a driveway that's stone. This road is dirt, so I'm able to clean that up anyways. But he did specifically ask to go ahead and clear it for this storm, so I'm gonna right here, I'm going to drop the plow down to the ground and then raise it up just a little bit, because I'm going to go forward and I don't want to disrupt any of this gravel. So let's see how we did here. Probably just shaved off the top of it if I did it right. There you go. Same thing here. I'm going to go forward, so I'm just going to get to where I need to be, drop the plow, raise it up just a little bit. Just be really careful. As you can see, still get a pretty decent finished product. Yeah, this dirt road. Wow, look at all the diggage on the left there. I didn't do that. Not me. Body, no rear visibility. Nice truck though, aluminum rack body. Or maybe it's just gray or silver colored, but it looked like it was aluminum. Alright. Another neighborhood where I've got a gathering of accounts. Sorry for my even more than usual boring voice, but snow plowing isn't exactly exciting for me after 24 years. It gets old and I'm starting to get tired, even though we haven't been going very long, a few hours, whatever. All right, let's see. Your destination is on the right. Yeah, nobody's got done here. All right, I'm going to crank away here. Tight streets here, you don't have much turning area, unfortunately. end there and didn't turn quite as sharp as I wanted to, but I'll knock that down with the plow. A lot of times when you come in straight at the end of a driveway on a hill, you saw the plow just banged. Gets caught in the crease a little bit, so I like to try to give it a little bit of an angle, but then you can't angle it too much, because if you do, then you won't get a nice clean swipe. So, little finesse involved. Bit to the left of the door there is just gonna have to stay. If I had a shovel on me, I'd actually grab that, even though I don't shovel, just because I did raise it up a little higher than what was in front of it. And it's probably 2 shovels full. Let's see if I can actually get it into the corner here. Dust. In this neighborhood, they've got mailboxes out by the street, so they like it if I can just scoop out a little path right next to the mailbox. Makes it a little easier for the mail guy to pull his truck up to and to be able to get out and check the mail. So I usually do that at the very end here. Grab stuff at the end of the driveway. Just kind of push it a couple feet past. And just raise it up onto the lawn. Just pulled up to one of my long-term accounts, and apparently the people have passed away in the last couple of years. I haven't plowed it for a couple of years, but there was a for sale sign out front, and I was still going to plow it anyways. It's this one right here where you see this black truck, and this guy on the right here is snow blowing it. He is the new owner. He just bought the house last week, I guess, so he is taking care of that himself. So there's one that I don't have to take care of anymore, but that's how it goes. Sometimes you customers will pass away and new owners come in. I did talk to him for a second. Really nice guy. I gave him a card and let him know if he needs anything to give me a call, and seems like a nice guy. Hopefully something comes of that. Driveway here. Another one that I've been doing for quite a number of years. It's nice to have a mix of the small driveways and the big driveways, I think. It's a little more interesting. Just doing the same tiny little driveway over and over again. I kind of plow myself out of a box, kind of work my way around, kind of three-point turning almost, and plowing anything that's in front of me, and then turn a little bit more as I back up, and before you know it, you're facing the other direction. Dragon action. Stormier. Winds are kicking up. And I dribbled again. The ground gets soaking wet. It's like a puddle. Sometimes a slush ball like that will travel farther than it should. Kind of just hydroplanes across the driveway. But eventually we get all the pieces neatened up. I've had a lot of Jeeps in the past, like Jeep Wrangler style Jeeps, but I never put a plow on one of them in all the vehicles that I've plowed with. And I'm sure they're really nice, having a nice tight turning radius for some of these smaller driveways. And just might be a good reason to pick up another Jeep. Also be a good little backup plow vehicle. And some fun in the sun, take the top off. I've had a couple of dozen Jeeps over the years. And I'm pretty sure you're not supposed to just push snow across the street, but every once in a while I just do it. But when I do, I make sure it's clear passing traffic. Gas light went on, or diesel light. Go ahead and put some fuel in, and we'll go on to the next. Not much snow left on this one, but because it's a hill, I'm not going to take any chances that it freezes tonight. Didn't all melt. It's going to be a sheet of ice. When this lady gets home from work, she'll be stuck at the bottom of her driveway. She is a nurse at a local hospital. I'm sure that's the last thing she wants to deal with. The last year of can't imagine how her job's been. For instance, something like this, if I had my shovel, which again I don't, I would just go ahead and get this for just a little extra token, so she didn't have to do it when she got home from work. But unfortunately, I don't have a shovel on me. I was actually hoping there was going to be one on the front step, and I would have grabbed it. But maybe next time. Alright, this driveway is another stone driveway, so we're going to proceed with caution. No cars in the driveway, that's good. Usually there is. Stone is pretty well packed down. I think I might try going forward. We'll see. Gotta play it by ear. All right, going in. Let's see what we get. Up just a little, take some of the pressure off of it. I can tell that there's no drag, so I'm not really digging in. Now I know there's a manhole cover here. Too bad. Just at the very end really is all I got. another one I've been doing for many, many years. You know, there's a... Is that it? Manhole cover somewhere here. The deal here, I'm gonna back right out with a back blade, back drag. I should probably see if I can neaten this up a little bit more. Add this to our back dragging collection. Guys, hopefully you can see that on camera. Nice and clean, stone driveway. Ground isn't frozen. It's gonna be about 36 degrees right now, so it's very soft, which is very easy to dig into. And I was able to plow without making a nasty mess. There's all different types of driveways and techniques you can use, which you kind of learn through the years of plowing. Man, I hate listening to myself talk. Up here, and we'll dress up the other side of that driveway entrance, and we're out. Another thing I do is especially when the roads are bare like they are now, or pretty close to it, as soon as I leave a driveway and I'm done plowing, even sometimes when I'm not done plowing, I'll put it in two-wheel drive. Just makes it less wear and tear on the drivetrain and binding when you're turning and stuff. Try to use two-wheel drive as much as possible, if possible. That's about as clean as you're going to get for a stone driveway. The rest of that will melt right off and be bare in no time. Bites dust. Alright guys. this one. It is 10:30. Oh, this place looks a lot different than last time I was here. We did a little over half of the list that I have. I do have some accounts that they only want, like, 6 inches or bigger storms for me to plow, and there were a good amount that texted me not to plow this storm because it was just going to melt. So typically, I think my current route, of course it's been a couple of years since I went through the whole route, is about, I think, 7 hours, and we did this in like 4, I think, or maybe it's 8 hours. Yeah, 8 hours is my full route, and we did this in a little over 4, what we had today. So not bad for the first time back. Like I said, only had one event in the last 3 years. This is another account I've had for quite some time. Pretty straightforward and simple. That garage in front of us is a boat garage. It doesn't get used in the off season at all, so I can pile snow there. There's just, as you can see, I just pulled up a little bit of gravel. There's just a gravel driveway over to that garage. But again, they don't go in or out of it in the winter at all. So just a good place to stack the snow. It's nice plowing this time of the day when the sun is up and the temperature's a little warmer. Get nice clean swipes right down to the asphalt. Surprised there's this much snow here after the rain and the warmer temperatures. So I'm trying to scoop as much of the snow as I can forward out in front of that garage, and then whatever's left I'll back drag away and push it over there. It's kind of a little hidden nook over here. It's a little difficult, and I can't stack the snow over to the right here because it's up against the house. Everything goes over to the left. Wondering if you can plow in two-wheel drive. I'm in two-wheel drive. I've been in two-wheel drive this entire driveway. Of course, it's not a hill, but still get some okay traction as long as you don't do anything stupid. Of course, I am spinning tires a little bit here and there, but just feather the gas and nice if we get a snowy winter where you get a storm after a storm, and it gets to the point where the snow starts piling up and you can't put it anywhere else. Not so much in residentials, but in the few commercials that I have, they pay to remove the snow or move it. They've got limited parking areas, and we forfeit a parking area for the snow, and if it doesn't melt quickly, that's one less parking spot they have for their business. So if it becomes too much snow, we actually go in with the skid steer and scoop it up and take it out of there, or lift it and move it over a wall on one of the accounts to get it out of the way. And that is a very specialized, expensive service to do. And you know, easy way you can make $500 in an hour moving piles of snow with a skid steer. You know, it's even worth renting a machine for if you needed to, but having the machine is that much better. And we've had quite a few winters where that was the case, where we ended up doing that. And those were my most profitable winters, when it just snows after storm after storm after storm, and then you end up having to move it. It's probably only been maybe 3 or 4 winters that have been that bad here on the Cape. But boy, those were a couple of the winters where I think I made more money in the winter on snow services than I did the whole season landscaping. Can really add up. I know the budgets were blown on a few of my accounts for their snow removal, that's for sure. But it's got to be done. You know, there's nothing I can do about it. I'm not controlling how often it snows or doesn't, obviously. So there we go. There's a nice clean driveway we got here to finish off the list for today. So hopefully, not sure how I'm going to end up editing this. I'm sure I'm going to do some time-lapse type, fast-forwarding type of montages, so probably eliminate half of my talking. But hopefully you've learned something, maybe a couple of little different techniques that you might be able to apply when you start plowing snow, or if you already are. You know, different techniques used in certain situations. You know, dirt driveways. Do come across quite a few different situations, and almost no two are the same, you know, besides the little cookie cutter driveways. Any of the larger driveways like this, you know, not that this is big, but it's certainly not a tiny, you know, 1 or 2 car driveway. These are all a little different, depending on where you're going to put the snow, how you're going to put the snow, and all that. Alright guys, that'll conclude this video. Thanks for watching. At least I'll shut up for a little while. You won't hear me complaining that we haven't had any snowstorms. Be nice to get another one before the end of the month, but hey, one's better than none. Alright guys, have a good one. Thanks for watching. Alright guys, back at the house. Just finished up my driveway, and truck ran great. Plow went great after I figured I fixed that first issue that we had there, and no casualties. Looking pretty good. So successful first trip out plowing. So let's hope for some more storms.